Hey, what's going on, YouTube land? It's your boy TJ back at it again, yet with another YouTube wrestling video, content, all that other good stuff. So we are here at night 2 of WrestleMania. I know I'm a little late, but hey, life be life. And anywho's, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get right into night 2 of WrestleMania with our opener, the World's Women's Championship, with Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair versus Io Shirai, or Io Sky, should I say, who is the reigning and defending women's world champion. So this match was like very fast. It was just going everywhere. I remember at one point Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley kind of like teamed up on Io and like got her up out of here for a minute, and then she wound up coming back, and it's like they were keep trying to make it just them two, Bianca and Rhea, but of course, you know, Io is in this match too. But anyways, like towards the end of the match, Io Shirai wound up doing a over the moonsault after Bianca Belair hit Rhea Ripley with her braid, and then she hit her with the KOD. I thought that was going to be it, but nope. Io Shirai wound up hitting the moonsault, 1, 2, 3. She still retains the World's Women's Championship. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of bittersweet because Bianca Belair's WrestleMania winning streak is over. And then, like, this crowd, I really do not like this Vegas crowd. Honestly, this Vegas crowd was crap. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how can you boo Bianca Belair? Like, is it like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess. But anyways, you know, congratulations to Io. She finally got a WrestleMania moment, and she deserves it, honestly. And Rhea, I don't know why everybody just, yeah, y'all only doing that because she double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon. That's the only reason. Like, come on. Like, don't get me wrong. She good and all, but she ain't that daggone great for y'all to be booing Bianca over her. Like, what? It never gave that. But I'm not going to go on too long about this. It is what it is. Congratulations, Io Sky. And then another thing, almost forgot. I kind of knew Io was going to win anyway. Because for one, she just won that championship for one. And then two, I remember, and as far as I can remember, they never brought up Bianca losing Women's Battle Royal in her very first WrestleMania. I'm like, that doesn't even really technically count because this was technically a heat show because it was before, you know, the airing of the actual WrestleMania. That's actually like normally how it goes. It's like, okay, this is like kind of a Sunday Night Heat match, so it doesn't really count on the record, but I guess they counted it and said, oh, she only lost one WrestleMania. I'm like, technically no, she didn't, because it was before WrestleMania, but whatever. We're not going to get into the logistics of all this, but hey, moving on to the next match.
Like, I've been emotional, y'all.
Congratulations.
Bitch.
In our next match, it is the street fight match, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Not gonna lie, I kind of wasn't really looking all that forward to this match, only because like the story behind it. And I'm not gonna lie, I was actually not disappointed. They actually put on like a really, really good match. They both were like tearing each other's heads off, beating each other to pillar to post. And I mean, honestly, with the amount of build-up that they really tried to get us all invested into this match, I'm not surprised. I'm actually glad about it. But towards the end of the match, Drew McIntyre wound up hitting Damian Priest with a Future Shock DDT. And then he was like, nah, you know what? That's not it. I ain't just going to DDT him on the steel steps. You know what? I'm going to Claymore him through a chair. And then 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre wins this match. I remember online people kept saying that it was going to be Damian Priest. And I'm like, for what? Why would Damian Priest win this match? Like, what? No. I'm sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. Damian is cool. I was so happy when he won the world title. He did his thing. He worked with the best that he had with what he got, and I appreciate it. But no, tonight was not his moment. You know what's so crazy? Him and his best friend lost tonight. Rhea lost and Damian. How fitting. Good. Sensational. But anyways, let's just go ahead and move on. Congratulations to Drew McIntyre. You deserve it. And I'm so glad they did not play him and finally gave him his WrestleMania moment after, 3-4 years? I think since 2021, right? He was on a losing streak, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it was high time. Sorry, Damian, but you didn't need this. In our next matchup, it is for the Intercontinental Championship. It is the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, versus Penta versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor. So this matchup actually was like very high, fast paced. Like it was hard to keep up with this action. I remember at one point in the match, Braun Breaker wound up spearing Carlito through the announcer's table, and oh my goodness, that was like very nasty spots. I'm like, man, Carlito cannot catch a break. The downfall of Carlito since his return back in 2023 to now, it definitely should be studied, because I thought that for a fact that, I mean, at least somewhere down the line, at least one time they could have gave him a world title and then he could have been a Grand Slam, but I don't think that's going to happen. And unfortunately for him, I guess he just will never have that accolade. I mean, he could always go to AEW, but hey, whatever. Anyways, back to the match. Everybody like did their thing, but honestly, Braun Breaker was actually like the breakout star in this. He was not trying to lose that Intercontinental Championship, but towards the end of the match, Finn Balor wound up hitting a coup de grace, and it looked like he was going to pick up the victory, but nope. Dominic Mysterio wound up coming in from behind, and he did his frog splash. 1, 2, 3. He pinned Finn Balor and became the new Intercontinental Champion. Yo, I know for a fact that heel turn, like that monster heel turn, is coming for Finn Balor. And then they were cheering too. Throughout the match, more and more, Dominic Mysterio was getting cheered, and I'm like, what? Yo, that was wild to me. Like, that ovation was crazy. He finally got his WrestleMania moment, and I guess they must thought that his performance was that good. And you know what? I'm not mad at it, and I am actually here for it. And I'm not as mad as I thought it was going to be. He really did his thing, and honestly, he's been working hard with all these losses and all these matches that he's been doing. I mean, I guess it had to pay off somehow, but congratulations to Dominic Mysterio. He's the new Intercontinental Champion, and we're going to see how his championship reign is going to turn out. In our next matchup, it is Randy Orton's Open WrestleMania Invitational Challenge match, and it was Joe Hendry. You know what? It was so crazy because I had no idea who it was going to be. At first, I did say that it was going to be Aleister Black, but then I remember one of my homeboys in the group chat was all like, nah, his date say the 26th or something like that, I think he said, and I was like, what? Dang! But I mean, this is Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania appearance, so him losing, it was definitely not in the cards. So with Aleister Black coming back to a loss, it just was, he would have to make a statement really, really big, but him losing is just not, it's not it. No, I'm just be real with you. But this match actually went on like very, very short. It was only like, 3-4 minutes. And they had a cute little offense here and there, back and forth. And then Randy Orton out of nowhere hits the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins his 20th WrestleMania. And he wound up doing another RKO on Joe Hendry. And that is no surprise, because we all know that Randy Orton is a viper snake and he just don't give a damn. So moving on to the next match. On to the next match. I'm going to be real with you. I was not here for it. It is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. So I'm not going to lie. I was not feeling this match. It was okay for the most part. I'm not going to lie. But I just was not invested. It just did not move me. And I was just like, okay, when is this going to end? I'm not going to lie. Because Paul kind of get like stuck a little bit. Or he be doing like these big moves. And I feel like he's focused more so on like, oh, what's going to go viral? Let me like, it becomes a spot fest. I'm like, am I watching AEW? Like, I don't think so, but hey, whatever. The only thing noteworthy that happened is that Karrion Kross came out into his hometown, because everybody knows that Karrion Kross's hometown is in Las Vegas. He came out, and one of Logan Paul's friends actually came out first, and he was trying to give him the brass knucks once again, and I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Oh, Lord. Again. A fucking again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
So he came out and he ended up getting caught in the crossfires of Karrion Kross, and he took the breast knucks from. He wound up getting got or whatever. So then Karrion Kross was all like, "Do the right thing, just go ahead and get him." So AJ Styles said no or whatever. He wound up beating up on Karrion Kross. Wrong move. Paul ended up hitting the pulverizer. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul wins this match. Let's just go ahead and move on, because I do not want to talk about that man anymore. In our next matchup, it is for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus La Raqueria and her Misty opponent. Spoiler, it was Becky Lynch. Yay. And I already knew when Becky Lynch came out, I said, yep, she's going to take those titles. It's giving really Charlotte Flair energy. And I'm going to be real with you. I didn't want Becky to win. I don't care. Oh, well, it was her return. Okay, and she could lose. Spoiler, she lost the next night anyway, the women's tag team title. So, I mean, bada bing, bada boom. They had a good little matchup, back and forth or whatever. Lyle winds up getting beat up throughout this match. And then, of course, she hit her little moves and stuff like that. She tags in Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch winds up doing her little thing. Bop, bop, bam. 1, 2, 3. Manhandle slam. Your new women's tag team champions, Lara and Becky Lynch. So let's just go ahead and move on. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not feeling Becky winning this match. Pop was not popping. It is what it is. I said what I said. It is what it is. Moving on.
I've been emotional, y'all.
Congratulations.
Bitch.
And finally, we are here at our main event. It is the WWE Undisputed Championship match. John Cena versus the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it because honestly, outside of a few matches that really did big impressions to me, I was not impressed with this match. Don't get me wrong. It was a solid match in the beginning, but I feel like the pacing of it, towards the end, is what kind of pissed me off because Travis Scott came out towards the end of the match, right? Questionable booking right there. And then, he wound up getting hit with the crossroads. All right, cool. So I'm thinking, okay, with The Rock. But you know what? I should have known that The Rock wasn't going to be involved in the finish at WrestleMania anyway because there were no mentions of The Rock throughout the promo battles with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. There was nothing indicating that they were going to have him implemented in this involvement, being as though that he was involved in the beginning at Elimination Chamber. But all of a sudden, he just disappears. I was confused. I was lost, whatever. So before I even wrap this up, how in the world you kick out of 4 AAs on an Avalanche AA for a 2 count? But you get beat by getting low blowed and a hit with the championship in 1, 2, 3. John Cena wins. So 1, 2, 3, John Cena wins. Bada boom, bada bang. John Cena winds up hitting Cody Rhodes with a low blow and then hit him with the world championship. 1, 2, 3, your new world champion for the 17th time, John Cena. And then Travis Scott comes in and, helps celebrate and all the other good stuff. Ooh, wow, bad. Good. End of night. Glad that he made it to 17, but I'm going to be real with you. The Rock, this was BS. This didn't make any type of sense. Why in the world would you implement yourself in this whole turn and, oh, tell me your soul? What? Are we in Mortal Kombat?
Your brother's soul is mine. You will be next.
And then for you to just not show up, it kind of ruined the momentum of this whole feud. And then it just looked weird just for them to only come out. And then for no type of alignment with you and John, it's giving jealous. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like the storyline didn't go your way, so you just took your ball and you went home. And that was very big baby energy. And I'm just keep it real. As much as I love The Rock and one of my favorites, this was not it. Very disappointing. With the backlash that you're getting, you deserve it. So, hey, it is what it is. Congratulations to John Cena to make it a number 17. I didn't think it was going to happen because it was a bunch of interviews and he kept saying, oh, no, 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 and all that other good stuff. I already covered that before. Congratulations to John Cena. Night 2, it was mid. I'm going to be real with you. Wasn't feeling WrestleMania. I'm going to try to put this video out as fast as possible, but comment down below. How did you feel about WrestleMania? Did you enjoy it at all? Did you like the whole show? Did you like night 1 better, night 2? Or did you like nothing? Comment down below, like, share, subscribe, help me grow this channel. Your love and support is definitely greatly appreciated. Welcome. Peace. TJ, I'm out.